Hello and welcome. You're watching the Explosive Exclusive. I'm Padmaja Joshi. Just hours left now for the results to the Lok Sabha elections 2024 to start coming in, and it seems that the opposition is clutching at every straw to try and project the mandate even before it comes as a sham, a plot and a conspiracy. But it's not just limited to that. Akhilesh Yadav, the chief of the Samajwadi Party, has dubbed it as a do-or-die moment for the country. He said that log Gandhi ji ko yaad karke aandolit ho rahe hain. Goes on to say that people are so unhappy that they are ready to fight a second war of independence.
ईडी, सीबीआई, आईटी, इनकम टैक्स को सरकार बनाने, बचाने और चलाने के लिए इस्तेमाल किया। झूठे आंकड़ों से देश और दुनिया को छला, व्यक्ति को व्यवस्था से बड़ा बनाने और बताने का दुष्प्रचार कर लोकतंत्र की भावना का अपमान किया। इसलिए जनता इस बार गांधी जी को याद करते हुए करो या मरो की तरह आंदोलित हो गई है और अपने देश के भविष्य बचाने के लिए नया स्वतंत्रता आंदोलन लड़ने के लिए तैयार बैठी है। जनता स्वतंत्रता सेनानियों की तरह बलिदान करने के लिए तैयार है, क्योंकि भाजपा काल में उसका जीवन तो वैसे ही दूभर हो गया है। देश का युवा फिर से कफन सर पर बांधकर कह रहा है, मेरा रंग दे बसंती चोला।
First it was the Election Commission, then it was the EVM, then the charge that Amit Shah is calling up DMs of various constituencies and trying to intimidate them, and now this kind of a call being given, saying that people are ready to hit the streets. They have got a coffin strapped onto their head. What is the messaging being given? What is the message being sent out by these political parties to all of their followers?
Yes, I agree there is going to be a freedom struggle, and that freedom struggle is going to be leaving the Congress party. That is the freedom that he is looking for, because I think that's exactly what's going to happen. He needs freedom from the Congress party, and that's the freedom struggle he's asking for.
Now, to save democracy, the people have to fight. Under BJP, under RSS, which is a fascist organization, the people know that the democracy is under threat. So Akhilesh is right. People have to fight in defense of democracy.
Shaina NC, spokesperson of the BJP, joining us along with Rohan Mitra, political analyst. But my first question is to Tariq Khan, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. Mr. Khan, when your party chief says log sar pe kafan बांध करके खड़े हो गए हैं, ये चुनाव का रिजल्ट है, इसमें कफन कहां से बीच में आ गया? I mean, either way, आप जीते तो भी बढ़िया, नहीं जीते तो भी बढ़िया.
What Akhilesh is trying to say is that people are in a big trouble. That's why they are ready to do anything, and they will be on the street in case there will the India alliance will not come in power. So what he wants to say that this is the pain of the common people of India. What he expressed in overall his speech, that there has been corruption everywhere.
Why will people hit the streets? If India doesn't come to power, why will people hit the streets?
Maybe it's up to the people that they have voted for.
But I didn't hear a single people say that. I'm only hearing political parties say that. Why are you instigating people by saying people will hit the streets? People will hit the streets if they want to hit the streets. Why are you, one, preempting, or two, trying to suggest to them that they should hit the streets?
What we are, first of all, we have to wait for the result, okay? And what Akhilesh is trying to say that the people of the nation, the mood of the nation is against BJP, and they had voted for India Alliance, and they have voted for the betterment of the nation and betterment of their life, okay? Their life was in pathetic situation, and they are ready to hit the street in case India Alliance will not come into power. That's what he tries to explain, this pathetic situation of the people of India.
So if the people end up voting the BJP into power tomorrow, then would you acknowledge that the pathetic situation is not of India but of INDI?
So for that we have to wait for tomorrow. Wait for tomorrow. What would be the result? Means we have.
I'm so glad you said that. Actually, everyone should wait for tomorrow, but that's the whole point, that nobody is waiting for tomorrow. People are, one, preempting what tomorrow's result is going to be, 2, deciding that others will hit the streets based on that. But Shaina NC, this is only to say that such is the state of gloom and doom that if you try and rig the process, there will be an outburst.
Yeah.
There's like a pressure cooker situation in the country.
So, Padmaja, you know, there's a saying in Hindi ki jo jeeta wohi Sikandar. And the beauty of a democracy is that there is har, there is jeet, but there is finally a Janadesh. That is the voter that decides who is going to be victorious and who not. Now they are saying about Andolan and, you know, this kind of a thing like Janta Balidan karegi. Balidan kis wajah se? This is the first time in the history of India you have seen 2014 to 2019 to 24 where the vote share has increased, where the mandate has increased in terms of candidates who are winning, and where the referendum for Prime Minister Modi, his popularity, his honesty with which he has worked. When do you have a revolution? You have a revolution if there is a reason for it to be so. The revolution is only brewing in this defunct opposition that has only abused the Prime Minister, abused the process of democracy, questioned every electoral merit.
Okay.
And the sad part, Padmaja, is, you know, when you have these false slogans which are a figment of their own imagination, it shows you the level to which they have reduced this discourse.
Okay.
So please understand, tomorrow is victory for India, tomorrow is history for Bharat, and tomorrow is the path where the Viksit Bharat momentum starts.
Okay.
So for anybody who tries to destabilize that, it is the voter of India that will give a befitting answer.
Rohan Mitra asking for a revolution or an insurrection?
Good evening, Padmaja. Padmaja, you know, you were using the word preempting. You know, you are charging the Samajwadi Party of various things for the interpretation you are making out of Mr. Akhilesh Yadav's speech. I want to ask you a simple question. When you say preempt, how is the exit polls which have declared the results, you know, what is this gimmick? Why do you need the exit polls 2 days before the results are coming out?
For the same reason you needed exit polls in Telangana, which showed a Congress sweep and everyone. Your party also sent spokespersons. You were there on our channel and you were being congratulated by us. When it showed a sweep in Karnataka, you were there to receive the accolades on behalf of the Congress. Nobody complained then. That's the reason we need exit polls.
You're not complaining against the media. Here's the point. If the media or the experts are going to put out numbers, the opposition is going to make sure that their cadre is motivated at the counting center. The election process does not end at the exit poll or just after the 7th phase. It will end tomorrow once the Election Commission declares all the results. So when you have gone to that extreme where you've written off the opposition, I mean, when I say you, I don't just say you as such. I'm talking about the exit polls which have come across, which is by the main media group. The opposition has every right to counter it by the
you
own
have
way.
every right. You have every right. But let me give you 2 examples of what is not okay. By all means, you say we disbelieve these exit polls. They are a load of bunkum. We do not put any credibility by them. You are well within your rights. But Jairam Ramesh said, Amit Shah called up the DMs of 150 Lok Sabha seats. The Election Commission said, give me proof. Where is the proof? You can't make such unfounded allegations. Akhilesh Yadav is saying, log andolit ho gaye hain. This can be seen as instigation. That is a problem.
He has time till 7 p.m. to reply. Can we wait? It's not yet 7 o'clock. It's 6 o'clock.
He had time till yesterday. He had time till yesterday evening. He sought more time. He had time till yesterday. He didn't reply.
So, Jairam Ramesh is the convener and he's the chairman of the communication department. You think his only duty is to reply to the Election Commission?
Well, sir, by all means, if you are going to make such grave charges, you should have the proof on your fingertips. This is very rich. This is like me saying X person is a murderer. And when I'm asked to give proof, I'm saying, I'm very busy right now. I will give you 2 months later. I'm sorry. You are making very grave charges about our electoral democracy. Shaina NC wants to respond. Shaina NC, there are better things they have to do.
Can I ask one question?
Yes.
Yeah. Padmaja, you know, we are focused on a vision plan. sad part, the opposition not just lies through their teeth, they spread all kinds of conspiracy theory. The Honorable Home Minister has much more important things to do than call 150 DMs and all these kind of projections that they make. They attack the Election Commission. They attack the process of voting and EVMs. They attack, the process of victory and defeat, trying to suggest that exit polls are a sham. Well, everything which is scientific, proven and in the public domain to keep India a vibrant democracy has been questioned. And the sad part is the most popular leader ever in the history of India, who has shown dedication, hard work, non-corrupt practices and electoral reforms through actual process of adhering to guidelines set by the Election Commission.
Okay.
The opposition have done nothing but just question everything for the heck of
Rohan
it.
Mitra, you are putting every institution under a cloud, which is great. You want to question the process, question. But don't belittle and discredit actual institutions of the country. They are not the BJP's institutions. Attack the BJP, not the nation's institutions.
Padmaja, you're taking this accusation like as an attack to every institution in the country. As an opposition, we have every right to question and make sure that there are no loopholes, there are no gaps. Our job is to put the pressure on the Election Commission and make sure that each and every process is fully foolproof and everything is covered.
Sir,
it is our right.
Sir, with the greatest of respect, the same Election Commission, the same EVM, the same CEC presides over your wins in Telangana, in Himachal Pradesh, in Karnataka, and by the way, even today, of the 9 seats that you are contesting, in Tamil Nadu, you are getting 8 to 9 seats in exit poll. The BJP kept claiming they are going to get double digits. Most exit polls are giving them 3 to 4 or 5 seats. So if everything is rigged in their favor, exit poll is rigged, the EVM is rigged, the Election Commission is rigged, BJP would be given 40 seats, no? Or the NDA would be given 40 seats even in Tamil Nadu.
Padmaja, let me answer this. Please let me answer. Your cameras picked up a BJP supporter voting 8 times. Did it or did it not? There were problems. If there was not a single incident during this electoral process.
By the way, FIR was lodged by the same Election Commission. And FIR was lodged by the same Election Commission against that person.
Overnight. It was only after the video came on board, when the video went viral. So the point is here, Padmaja, we are not making accusations. We are trying to cover the gaps. We are trying to close these problems so that we are at least satisfied. This is the point.
Shaina NC.
Why is this such a difficult thing to understand?
Bring it up. Padmaja, I mean, this is utter nonsense. They are character assassinating not just the opposition in terms of the opposition, character assassinating our leaders, administrative processes, the Election Commission, exit polls, the media, and even the voter. I mean, please read the writing on the wall. If you can't digest the popularity of Prime Minister Modi, if you cannot digest the fact that he is a representation and a pratik of what India is going to be in the days to come towards Viksit Bharat, then you have no agenda at all. And please let me say, the public has dismissed you of this country. 24 hours when we will be discussing the victory and the mandate tomorrow evening, you will understand where lies the support system for a leader who has tirelessly worked for Bharat and continues to propose to do so.
And
on the other hand, the jaundiced eyes of the opposition,
there could be many states tomorrow where the Congress party could get seats much in excess of what is being projected in exit polls, or what you think. Maybe Samajwadi Party will end up getting many more seats than what has been projected so far. Will you be questioning the EVM and the EC even then? And even then, you want to question, you want to raise legitimate issues, by all means do it in a healthy democracy. But to say things like there is going to be an Andolan, log sar pe kafan bandh karke taiyar hain, I don't know what kind of messaging is being done in that case. I'll leave it to your wisdom as always. Gentlemen, Shaina NC, thanks for joining me. Quick break.